In the world of trading, success isn't born in a day. It isn't just about the money, the screens, or the charts. It's about the quiet moments of doubt, the relentless pursuit of improvement, and the courage to show up every single day, no matter what happened yesterday. One Good Trade isn't just a book. It's a journey into the heart of a trader, a mentor's voice guiding you through the chaos of the markets, showing you that the path to greatness begins with a single good decision, one good trade. This is not a story of overnight riches. It's a story of discipline, humility, and resilience. And if you've ever felt the highs and lows of trading, if you've ever questioned whether you have what it takes, this story is for you. Let's begin. Absolutely. Here's a detailed explanation of the first point from One Good Trade. Point 1. Focus on process over outcome. In trading, and in life, it's easy to become obsessed with results. Did the trade make money or not? Was it a win or a loss? But Mike Bellafiore teaches that this mindset is flawed. Great traders don't focus on the result of a single trade. They focus on how they traded. Because even a bad trade can make money, and even a good trade can lose money. The real question is, did you follow your process? Did you prepare before the market opened? Identify your best setups. Stick to your trading plan? Manage risk properly? Review and learn afterward? If the answer is yes, then it was a good trade, regardless of the outcome. This mindset builds consistency. And consistency leads to long-term profitability. Focusing on the process reduces emotional trading, encourages discipline, shifts the mindset from gambling to professional decision-making. In essence, Bellafiore wants traders to think like elite athletes. They don't measure their performance only by wins. They measure how well they executed their game plan. Trading is the same. The outcome is never fully in your control, but your process always is. One good trade, then another. That's how winning is built. Point 2. One good trade at a time. This is the central philosophy of the entire book, and the title itself. Mike Bellafiore emphasizes that success in trading doesn't come from hitting a jackpot trade or trying to predict the market perfectly. Instead, it comes from the ability to stay present, focus, and execute just one good trade at a time. So what is a good trade? It's not defined by profit. It's defined by proper preparation, following your setup, managing risk, executing with discipline, reviewing your decision afterward. This approach removes pressure. You're not trying to make $1 million. You're just trying to make one smart decision, and then another, and another. Think of it like being a surgeon. You don't focus on becoming world famous in a day. You focus on performing the next surgery to the best of your ability. Traders must do the same. Why is this mindset powerful? It keeps you grounded. It prevents overtrading. It encourages patience and discipline. It builds confidence through repetition. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to predict the future. You just need to make one good trade. Then do it again tomorrow. As Bellafiore puts it, one good trade, then one more good trade, and then one more good trade, and suddenly you're a great trader. Point 3. Build a playbook. In sports, elite athletes don't just rely on talent, they rely on a playbook. A structured set of moves, strategies, and patterns they've practiced and mastered. Traders need the same. Mike Bellafiore urges every serious trader to create a personal playbook, a collection of their best, high-probability setups. These are trades that fit your personality. You understand deeply. You've tested and seen consistent results from. Match your risk tolerance and style. Why is a playbook important? Because it brings clarity to chaos. Markets are noisy. News, price moves, emotions, they all cloud judgment. A playbook acts like a compass. It keeps you grounded. It says, This is my trade. This is what I'm good at. This is when I strike. What goes into a trader's playbook? Detailed screenshots of steps. The criteria for entering and exiting the trade. Notes on market context. Mistakes made and lessons learned. Emotion management tips, how you felt, how you should feel. Over time, your playbook becomes a personal blueprint for success. It evolves with you. It's not static, it grows as you learn. Bellafiore makes this clear. If you cannot define what your best trades are, how can you repeat success? Point 4. Review and self-evaluation. One of the most underrated habits of successful traders is self-review. Mike Bellafiore emphasizes that the real growth doesn't happen during the trade, it happens after the market closes. Great traders are like elite athletes or world-class performers. They study their performance every single day. They ask, what did I do well today? Where did I slip up? Did I follow my process? Was I emotionally stable or reactive? What can I do better tomorrow? This is self-coaching, and it's essential. Why is this important? Because trading is a skill. And like any skill, it only improves when you analyze mistakes, reinforce good habits, recognize patterns in your behavior. Without regular review, you risk repeating the same emotional or technical mistakes over and over again. Mike suggests keeping a trading journal. In this journal, write the logic behind each trade, entry and exit points, screenshots of the chart, emotional state before, during, and after the trade, outcome and lessons learned. This habit may seem tedious, but over time, it becomes a trader's most powerful weapon. You start to see which setups truly work for you, what emotions trigger poor decisions, how small adjustments can create big improvements. Bellafiore puts it perfectly. If you're not journaling, you're not improving. Self-evaluation transforms experience into wisdom. It makes you your own mentor. And when you can coach yourself, you no longer depend on luck, you depend on growth. Point 5. Risk management is everything. This point is not just advice, it's survival. In trading, risk management isn't optional. It's the foundation that holds your entire career together. Without it, even the best strategy will eventually fail. Mike Bellafiore drives this truth home. Great traders are great risk managers first. Think of it this way, your capital is your oxygen. If you lose it, you're out of the game. The market doesn't care how smart you are or how many good calls you made last week. All that matters is, can you protect yourself when you're wrong? Because here's the harsh truth. You will be wrong. Often. No one, not even the best traders in the world, wins all the time. So the key is not to avoid losses, but to control them. Key elements of risk management include 1. Position sizing. Never risk too much on a single trade. Define your risk per trade, e.g., 1% of your total capital, and size your position accordingly. This prevents emotional overreaction and major drawdowns. 2. Stop losses. Set them before you enter the trade, not after, and stick to them. A stop loss is not a suggestion, it's your emergency brake. 3. Risk-to-reward ratio. Only take trades where the potential reward justifies the risk. Bellafiore's traders often look for 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratios. This way, even with a 50% win rate, you can still be highly profitable. 4. Knowing when to step back. Some days the market doesn't offer opportunity. Some days you aren't mentally sharp. The disciplined trader steps away when needed. Managing risk also means managing yourself. 5. Avoiding revenge trading. Losses can trigger frustration, which leads to impulsive, oversized trades. This is where many traders blow up. Risk management means accepting losses with grace, not trying to Put it back. Real power lies in restraint. New traders often think aggressiveness makes them great. But Bellafiore shows that true power comes from restraint. From walking away when conditions aren't right. From cutting a loser early. From resisting the urge to overtrade. Professional trading is not about being right. It's about managing risk and surviving long enough to capitalize on your edge. In summary, risk management transforms trading from a gamble into a profession. It protects your account, your confidence, and your future. Without it, even a winning streak will eventually end in ruin. With it, even an average strategy can lead to long-term success. Point 6. Trade your best trades only. This principle may sound simple, but it's one of the hardest disciplines to master, and also one of the most powerful. Mike Bellafiore repeatedly reminds traders, "You don't have to trade everything. You only have to trade well." Inexperienced traders often fall into the trap of overtrading. They feel pressure to be in the market all the time, fearing they'll miss out, or that they're not working hard enough if they're not constantly trading. But here's the truth. Every trade you take that isn't your best trade is costing you, mentally, emotionally, and financially. What are your best trades? These are your A+ setups. The ones that you've studied extensively. The ones you have data on. The ones that align perfectly with your strengths, style, and playbook. The ones that give you a clear edge. Bellafiore teaches that elite traders specialize. They don't try to trade everything. They master a few setups and wait for them, like a predator stalking its prey, with patience, focus, and readiness. Why is this important? Because trading lower quality setups dilutes your edge, leads to unnecessary losses, affects your confidence, creates emotional fatigue, makes you lose trust in your process. In contrast, focusing only on your best trades sharpens your execution, enhances your confidence, preserves your emotional capital, boosts long-term profitability. Example from the SMB desk. Mike often shares real examples from his prop firm, SMB Capital. Some of the top traders on the desk only take 2 to 3 trades a day. That's it. But those trades are well-researched, high probability, and perfectly aligned with their edge. He says, "You want to become the trader who knows, this is my trade. This is what I wait for." It's like a sniper, not a machine gunner. You don't shoot at every target. You wait for the shot that counts. In practice, define what your best trade looks like. Be brutally honest in your journaling about when you stray from it. Build patience like a muscle. Over time, it strengthens. Remember, fewer, better trades equals better results. Point 7. Develop mental toughness. If trading is a battlefield, then mental toughness is your armor. Mike Bellafiore makes it clear. Skill will only take you so far. Your mind will take you the rest of the way. Because in trading, you're not just battling the market, you're battling yourself. Your fear, your ego, your impatience, your self-doubt. The best traders aren't the smartest in the room. They're the most emotionally resilient. Why is mental toughness so critical? Because trading is filled with psychological challenges. Losing streaks that test your confidence. Winning streaks that tempt your ego. Missed trades that stir regret. Market noise that creates confusion. Uncertainty that triggers fear. And yet, despite all this, you're expected to show up calm, focused, and decisive. Every single day. That requires emotional mastery. And that doesn't come naturally, it must be developed deliberately. How to build mental toughness in trading. 1. Embrace discomfort. Understand that discomfort is part of the job. You'll never feel fully ready. Trades won't always feel good. Your job is to act based on your edge, not your emotions. 2. Detach from outcomes. Train yourself to evaluate your success based on execution, not results. If you followed your process, it was a good trade, even if it lost. This mindset protects you from emotional roller coasters. 3. Build emotional awareness. Top traders know when they're off mentally. They recognize signs of tilt, stress, or revenge trading, and they step back when needed. Self-awareness is a superpower. 4. Use routine and structure. A strong daily routine, pre-market prep, journaling, review, grounds your mind. It brings control into an uncontrollable environment. 5. Train like an athlete. Bellafiore encourages traders to treat their craft like a performance sport. Get proper sleep. Exercise. Meditate. Visualize success. Study your mental game, just like your technical edge. A culture of toughness at SMB Capital. At Bellafiore's firm, traders are coached not just on strategy, but on mindset. They're taught to stay humble after wins, stay composed after losses, stay focused under pressure. They are trained, day after day, to build the psychological muscle that separates the good from the great. The difference between a consistently profitable trader and a struggling one is rarely in knowledge. It's almost always in mindset. In summary, mental toughness isn't about being emotionless. It's about being in control of your emotions, not controlled by them. In the chaos of the market, your mind is your greatest asset or your greatest liability. Build it, train it, protect it. Point 8. Team and mentorship matter. There's a common image of the trader, alone, staring at screens, fighting the market solo. But Mike Bellafiore believes this image is flawed. Yes, trading is an individual performance, but growth happens faster when you're not alone. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. At SMB Capital, Bellafiore has built a culture of collaboration, feedback, and mentorship. He has seen firsthand how much faster traders improve when they learn from others, when they're surrounded by those ahead of them on the path. Why does mentorship matter so much in trading? Because trading is a performance craft. Like athletes, musicians, and surgeons, traders improve dramatically when they have someone to model, someone to push them, someone to correct their blind spots. When you're alone, it's easy to rationalize mistakes. It's easy to develop bad habits. A mentor doesn't let you do that. A mentor says, "No, that wasn't a good trade, and here's why." Or, "You're playing too small. You're ready to size up." This type of feedback is invaluable. The power of team. In a team environment, you hear trade ideas you wouldn't have seen. You observe discipline in others and mirror it. You feel less alone during tough stretches. You grow faster by comparing notes, journals, and approaches. Bellafiore highlights how newer traders at SMB sit beside experienced ones. They listen to their thought process, their risk management, their entries and exits. It's like watching a master class every single day. Over time, this exposure changes everything. But what if you're not on a desk like SMB? Even if you trade alone, you can still build your trading tribe. Join a trading community or Discord. Partner with one accountability buddy. Share journals, trade recaps, and feedback. Follow a mentor or educator who challenges your thinking. Attend live streams and trading groups. Learning in isolation is possible, but slower. Learning with others is sharper, deeper, and more sustainable. In summary, you can't see your own blind spots. That's what mentors are for. You can't always motivate yourself. That's what teams are for. Trading may be a solo sport in execution, but in growth, it's a team game. The traders who grow the fastest aren't just talented. They're surrounded by people who won't let them settle. Point 9. Constant improvement. Mike Bellafiore emphasizes that the best traders are never satisfied. They don't rest on their laurels after a few successful trades or even a profitable year. The key to sustained success in trading is the relentless pursuit of constant improvement. This isn't about trying to become perfect. It's about always striving to be better than you were yesterday. The markets are always evolving, and so must you. The greatest traders are not necessarily the ones with the best strategies. They are the ones who are constantly improving. Why is constant improvement essential? Trading is a dynamic skill, not a static one. If you rest on your current abilities, you risk becoming obsolete in an environment that's constantly changing. Markets change, new patterns emerge, and strategies that once worked well can lose their edge. To stay ahead, you must evolve, and that evolution requires self-awareness, continuous learning, adaptability. How do top traders improve? 1. Self-reflection and journaling. One of the most powerful ways to improve is by taking the time to reflect on your trades. Review your wins and losses with honesty. This isn't just about critiquing your decisions. It's about understanding your psychology behind each trade. What triggered your emotions? What influenced your decision-making? What patterns are emerging in your behavior? By asking these questions, you get closer to identifying areas where you can improve. 2. Regular learning. The most successful traders are lifelong learners. Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, watching webinars, or talking to other traders, they are always looking for new ideas and strategies. They're also humble. They know there is always something new to learn, even if they've been trading for years. Whether it's technical analysis, risk management techniques, or understanding broader economic shifts, constant learning ensures that you're always growing. 3. Adapting to market conditions. The market is never the same day to day. A strategy that works in one environment may struggle in another. The top traders adapt to the market. If the volatility increases, they adjust their position sizes. If there's a new trend, they find ways to incorporate it into their approach. In this sense, traders must become experts at adaptation. Rigid strategies may work in the short term, but flexibility is what separates consistent winners from one-time flukes. 4. Feedback from others. No one has all the answers. The best traders are always seeking feedback, whether from a mentor, a peer, or even from the market itself. At SMB Capital, the traders have regular meetings where they discuss each other's trades, challenges, and strategies. These sessions often result in breakthroughs and shared wisdom that can speed up personal growth. Don't be afraid to seek help or ask for constructive criticism. As Bellafiore puts it, the fastest path to improvement is learning from others who are better than you. 5. Mental and emotional growth. Constant improvement isn't just about technical skills. It's also about emotional and mental growth. The best traders continually work on their mental toughness, learning how to manage fear, greed, frustration, and impatience. They meditate, visualize success, and engage in practices that sharpen their emotional resilience. Developing the mental edge is just as important as developing the technical one. In practice, creating a continuous improvement routine. To stay in the game long term, traders should establish a routine for constant self-improvement. This could include daily journaling, reviewing each trade and extracting lessons, weekly reviews, reflecting on performance, setting goals for the next week, and adjusting strategies. Regular learning. Dedicate time each week to reading a new book, article, or research report related to trading. Regular self-assessment, asking yourself, am I evolving? What could I be doing better? Bellafiore believes that small, incremental improvements compound over time. Even if you're just slightly better than you were yesterday, you're still heading in the right direction. In summary, if you stop improving, you stop growing, and eventually you'll stagnate. The markets don't wait for you to catch up, and other traders are always advancing. The key to long-term success is to never be satisfied with where you are. Instead, always look for ways to improve, whether it's your strategy, psychology, risk management, or overall mindset. The greatest traders are not the ones who make the most money. They're the ones who keep getting better day after day. Point 10. The importance of patience. In the fast-paced world of trading, where markets move in real time and opportunities seem to appear and disappear within seconds, patience is often overlooked. Traders, especially beginners, often feel an urge to act immediately, chasing every price movement, fearing that they might miss out on a profit. However, Mike Bellafiore stresses that true trading mastery is built on the foundation of patience. Patience is not about sitting around waiting. It's about having the discipline to only take the trades that align with your strategy and setup. It's about waiting for your edge to show up. Why is patience so important in trading? Because not every moment is a good moment to trade. Markets are unpredictable, and the majority of trades don't present a clear edge. A trader who rushes in without waiting for the perfect setup can make impulsive decisions, fall prey to the emotional highs and lows, and quickly drain their capital. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about waiting with purpose. It's about knowing that the market will offer opportunities, and your job is to recognize them and act at the right time. How patience leads to better trading decisions. 1. Avoiding impulse trading. Impulse trading is often driven by emotions, fear of missing out, FOMO, excitement, or frustration. When you're too eager to act, you're more likely to make trades that don't align with your strategy, leading to poor results. Traders who are patient wait for the setup to align perfectly with their strategy, reducing the likelihood of entering suboptimal trades. 2. Waiting for confirmation. Great traders don't jump into a trade the moment they see an interesting pattern or price movement. They wait for confirmation that the trade aligns with their edge and risk management rules. This patience helps them avoid chasing false breakouts or entering trades based on incomplete information. 3. Cutting losses quickly. A key aspect of patience is cutting your losses. Many traders hesitate to take a small loss because they want to be right about the trade. This is where patience is critical. You need to accept when you're wrong and take your losses quickly before they escalate. Patience also comes into play when it comes to holding winners. Being patient allows you to let your profitable trades run and capture larger moves, instead of cutting them too early out of impatience. 4. Seeing the bigger picture. Patience allows you to step back and see the overall market context. Rushed decisions often come from a focus on small, short-term movements. However, great traders are able to view the bigger picture, wait for the right moment, and align their trade with broader market trends. 5. Minimizing overtrading. Overtrading is one of the most common pitfalls for new traders. It often stems from impatience, the belief that one must always be in a trade to be productive. However, patience teaches you that not trading is also a choice, and sometimes the best decision is to stay out of the market until a high-quality opportunity presents itself. How to cultivate patience in trading. 1. Set rules and follow them. One of the best ways to develop patience is to create a strict set of rules that define when to enter and exit trades. If the trade doesn't meet the criteria you've set, simply walk away. This removes the emotional element from decision-making and helps you develop patience by sticking to the plan. 2. Trade less but better. The best traders are often those who trade less, but with higher quality. By focusing on fewer, higher probability trades, you're forced to exercise patience and wait for the ideal opportunity. This not only improves your trade quality, but also allows you to conserve emotional and mental energy for the trades that truly matter. 3. Mindfulness and meditation. Bellafiore recommends practicing mindfulness and meditation techniques to help develop patience. These practices help you develop better emotional control, increase awareness of your mental state, and learn how to stay calm under pressure. By regularly practicing mindfulness, you'll find that your ability to stay patient, both in and out of the market, improves dramatically. 4. Building confidence through experience. Over time, as you gain more experience, you'll build confidence in your ability to spot quality setups. This confidence will allow you to be more patient because you will trust that the market will present the right opportunities and that you don't need to chase them. In summary, patience is the backbone of successful trading. Without it, traders are more likely to make emotional, impulsive decisions that can lead to losses and frustration. By being patient and waiting for the right setup, traders increase their chances of success and avoid falling into the trap of overtrading or making unnecessary mistakes. It's about learning when to step back, when to stay out, and when to let your trade play out. Trading is not about getting the most trades, it's about getting the best trades. And that requires patience. Certainly. Here's an emotional and impactful ending for your audiobook summary of One Good Trade, encouraging listeners to engage and reflect. As we come to the end of this journey through One Good Trade, remember that trading isn't just about charts, strategies, or numbers. It's about you, your decisions, your discipline, your growth. Mike Bellafiore's teachings are a roadmap to becoming more than just a trader. They're about becoming the best version of yourself in this dynamic, challenging world of the markets. You've learned that success is not instant. It's earned, one trade at a time, with patience, persistence, and a deep commitment to improvement. The path is not always easy, but as Mike says, it's the journey that matters. Every mistake, every loss, every moment of doubt, those are the building blocks of your future success. Now, it's time for you to take what you've learned and apply it. Be patient. Trade with purpose. Constantly improve. And remember, you're never alone in this journey. The best traders lean on mentorship, community, and self-reflection. So as you move forward, stay connected, stay humble, and keep working on your craft. If you found this summary valuable, please like, share, and comment below. Share this knowledge with others who are on the same path, because together we grow stronger. Let's create a community where we learn, support, and rise together. Remember, every great trader starts with one good trade, and that trade can be yours. Thank you for listening, and here's to your next great trade.